What's up, guys? It's Gaz. Welcome to another Warframe video. And today's a pretty important video, guys. We have another announced change for Railjack coming this week. We have some really important info, so I'm going to take you into some Railjack gameplay. We're going to be going over these reactors, looking at these crappy reactors that you might still have. Hopefully you kept some of the crappy reactors you have earned in the wild and kept them in your inventory, because we're getting some big changes to the stats in these reactors coming soon, guys. So I actually deleted all the crappy ones, so I kind of screwed myself over. But we'll see how this ends up going, okay? So I'm going to get some gameplay on the screen for you, and we're going to go over it. We got a comment from DE Rebecca, the head of the community management team at DE. So let's go over her comment she posted about an hour ago. It says 3 minutes, but that was an hour ago. We screenshot it. So, alright. So DE Rebecca, with all the forum reputation anyone could ever ask for, 171,000 upvotes. Alright, so this is a broad post that will touch on some things appearing in our 40 pages of hotfix notes. Simplified sentiment: avionics capacity limitations are too punishing. Totally agreed. This week's hotfix will speak specifically to that, with global buffs to all reactor types found in the wild. Any existing gear you have will simply be re-rolled for avionics capacity, which will automatically be a buff in all cases. So they're going to re-roll the reactor's avionics capacity that you already have. So that Levon reactor I got with it was the Zekti reactor with 10 capacity, that's going to be re-rolled to a new value. So it's going to be a buff in all cases. You're not going to lose stats on any of your reactors. Make sure you're screenshotting stuff if you are really cautious, because there will be a change this upcoming week to your current reactor stats, guys. Note that the Vidar 3, which had such a compressed top end entirely to not have 30 to 100 in its range, it's now 90 to 100. So Vidar Mark 3s only have between 90 and 100 range now, guys. That's going to kill the trading scene that we're going to be making there. Those Vidar reactors are about to cost like 200 plat, if that. They were going to be like 1,000 plus plat before, when it was a range of like 30 to 100. So here's the new range for all the reactors, guys. We're only going to go over the Mark III stuff, because that's the only stuff that I think is relevant to most people. So Levon Reactor Mark III, that's the green one, the one we were just looking at on the screen. It's supposed to be a midway between the flux energy and the hyperdrive. So mine currently has 66 capacity, 160 flux energy. The new minimum is going to be 80. From 20 to 80, guys. So that one I have right now is getting buffed for sure, because 66 is below the new minimum. Okay, so Levon reactors might be nice now. It was from 20 and 70. Like, how does it launch with that value? Between 20 and 70? That's worse than most of the other stuff. I think it's too little too late, personally. People are already pissed off about this farm. You already released it during the winter break when no one was around to fix it and make people not pissed off. So yeah, that's Levon. Now the new range is 80 and 90, so that's good. The new Vidar Mark III is 90 to 100, 90 to 100, not 110. Between 90 and 100 for the new Vidar Mark III, which was 30 to 100. So that's removing over half of the range. How do they fire shoot off these shots and have them miss so wildly? I don't get it. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this in a second. And then the new Zekti capacity is 70 to 80, from a 10 to 50, and I've gotten a 10 avionics capacity Zekti before, so I should have kept that one. It would be 70 now. Okay, guys, so that's the general gist of it. Every reactor is getting a huge avionics bump. Oops, I backspaced the gameplay. So yeah, that's what's happening. It didn't launch like that. I'm kind of mad it didn't launch like that. I think a lot of people are mad it didn't launch like that. Like, how do they have objectively bad game design and so many updates, and people don't chew them apart for it? Like, when the Old Blood update came out, at launch, guys, it had objectively bad game design. Like, straight up, it did. You could only get Kuva relics from the Kuva Flood, and if you were lucky, from the Kuva Siphons. And they changed a bunch of stuff. Like, And I was telling Warframe partners, there's objectively bad game design here, and they're like, no, Gaz, you're just biased. That guy was getting paid to play the game, I guarantee it. So now all this stuff's coming to light. All the terrible choices that they've made in these updates are coming to light, and people are starting to actually see them when other people were seeing them in the past. So I'm happy that people are finally seeing this stuff. I really hope that... I want them to be able to fix the game, and it looks like this is a step in the right direction. But honestly, they've already lost most of their not most of their players. They've lost a lot of their players. A lot of the veterans that were coming back for Railjack maybe built the ship. They played those. They played 10 of those 25 exterminate missions. They're like, I'm out of here. You need to get your crap figured out here, DE. We waited 2 years for this, and a good chunk of the features are not here. It was basically it's not as advertised, and now we're fighting each other over getting a good reactor. And finally, that's getting changed. So, taking a look at my current reactor, I have a Zekti with 48. That will most likely go to 70, or like middle of 70, like 80 range, I'd guess. And then the Levon one I have will probably go to like 80 as well, I guess, since it's a 66. And I didn't say anything about flux capacity getting buffed, but who cares about flux capacity? You can restock that mid-mission. And there's also that bug where if you get an intrinsic while driving your ship around, it's going to refill your flux energy, so... We're not worried about flux energy in the slightest right now, that's for sure. I'm more worried about the game just sticking around in the long term at this point. Like, screw even, like, fixing this stuff. I want people to, like, still be here. I think we're having a problem getting to that point at the end of 2020, so... Let me know what you guys feel about these changes. Obviously, they're good changes. I mean, every reactor is going to be, like, 3 times better than it was before. But, like, is it too little too late, like I'm saying? Or is there still hope? Like, we have no plans for updates so far in 2020, and we're 2 weeks in. Nightwave's on its 85th day. I didn't quit. People keep asking me if I've quit. I did not quit. I rage quit in that video, the red box video, because I was going to go do other stuff. That's literally a recording of a stream, guys. I kept streaming after that. It's not like I just, like... turn the stream off after I got the red box with whatever the hell was in there. The Captura scene. I did not quit. I didn't play yesterday. I only played like 3 missions yesterday, so it's slowing down the gameplay a little bit. I've been seeing some other people are quitting, but hey, that's not us. We're trying to keep that good info flowing for you guys. And I make videos when I'm inspired to make videos. You know what I mean? Like, if I was doing this just to, like, push out a video like, oh, what day is it? It's the 14th. Oh, gotta put out a How to Play Frost 2020 video today, or like YouTube algorithm's not going to push up my videos correctly. That's not how I do content creation. I do content creation when I think it's appropriate, when I think it's something I want to do, when it's like I'm feeling it. That's how I do it. I'm not a Warframe partner, so I don't feel any obligation to sugarcoat things, even though I'm sure I do sugarcoat things. I don't like start screaming and stuff like that. Hey, we used to be like that. We could go back to that. The way that the game's shaping up, maybe we will go back to that and be screaming and yelling all the time. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that you found this video helpful, as always. We can finish off this gameplay of the Sortie. Did you guys know that Titania is really good against Lesh Krill? I'd recommend a Radiation build on the Dex Pixia, but we're using Corrosive because I couldn't switch the mods in time. So yeah, it's actually really good. I'll use the Pox to remove his armor, and then I'll use the Dex Pixia to blast him. So it's really easy. And you can actually just fly around and the boss won't shoot you. So there is that. So other than Warframe, I've been playing some Destiny 2 lately. There's a couple games I need to beat on the stream, actually. I need to beat Nier Automata on stream. I got pretty far in that game, and it's really good. I just need to finish it on stream because we started on stream. Also got Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which I can't believe I never beat. I bought that game first day and never beat it. So I gotta beat that one too. And then we also started Portal 2 on stream, but I doubt we'll finish that. Also Dark Souls 3. That's been really fun. Gotta finish that one too, so. Yeah, besides that, like the Kuva Lich Guide is on hiatus. It's done, but maybe they'll update something this month. I don't know. Maybe I should just upload it anyway. There's no real reason not to. Like maybe I could like, put some suggestions in there too, like, hey DE, here's how I'd fix the crappy, horrible, terrible Kuva Lich system. You can't pick anything on it. It's just as RNG filled as, hey, you know what? Since they're fixing these reactor things with Railjack, which is like a lot of the really bad RNG, maybe I have a little bit of hope that they're going to fix the Kuva Lich system to some degree. If we can either pick the weapon we want, or we can work towards improving the percentage stats on the Kuva weapon we get, that's definitely a lot better than what we have right now. So if they add that, good for them. Let's start the Riven system after that, because the Riven system is just as bad, if not worse. And we had a comment poll like a month ago, like, hey, I said, which system is worse, guys, the Riven system or the Lich system? And I think most people said the Riven system was worse, because you farm for like 3 months for a good roll, and then they just nerf it in the Prime Access. Oh yeah, that's another thing, guys. Like, the only thing that's accelerating my burnout in this game is the Riven nerf schedule. The fact that they nerf Rivens every 3 months really burns me out in the game, because like, it's like I'm working towards these things, but you're just going to constantly nerf them. Like, why should I keep working towards Rivens if you're just going to do that? Like, maybe give it a little bit of a rest on the Rivens nerfing a little bit, guys. That's going to be basically it for the video. Here's Lech Krill getting melted. I actually did the least amount of damage in here. I think that Loki was just shooting him with like the Baza or something for the entire time. So he did more damage than me, but hey, Titania is pretty powerful for this. And yeah, I almost ran out of energy, but I had Arc and Energize equipped and absorb some energy, so we're good to go. I'll talk to you guys next time. Hopefully you found it helpful, and yeah, if you're going to be signing in this week, keep an eye on those reactors to see what capacity they'll be at the end. So 66, probably going to be like 80, 90. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.